Hello, my astrology family. This is Lada from astrological.com. Today here I am with my friend and colleague astrologer, Krasi, and she will be leading us through the month of April with Sidereal and tropical for each of the 12 signs. Hello, Krasi. Krasi, can you hear me?
Hello, Ada. Hello, everyone. I hear you with some interruptions, but I hope that you hear me well, Wada. Because
Yes.
if you hear me well, then everyone else will hear me well. All right. Yes, hello, everyone. We have better news for the month of April because we will be having two visible planets already, Jupiter, and they are already visible, but Jupiter and Saturn. On 11th of April, Jupiter is moving into Sidereal Aquarius, where he's stronger because Aquarius is a diurnal sign, Jupiter is diurnal planet, he has more powers and he's very important for our well-being, blessing, feeling easy, light, blessed. So Jupiter's presence in Aquarius is very, very benevolent, and this will feel immediately straight away.
And
even if you do not have ascendant Aquarius, let's say, still, yes, what? Excuse me, repeat.
It's interesting. Will people be able to travel more easily? Now,
I do believe that this will also get easier, yes, because we're having, first of all, with this Jupiter thing, and after that, we have Venus, which a week or so after Jupiter becomes visible in Aries, and they will be forming B-sextile on the sky, very harmonious thing. You feel immediately easier energies than now. We've been stuck in January, February, December, November, so these energies will be easier. But we should not forget that we still have the inertia, right, of these difficult aspects which we had, of all these eclipses, so we cannot expect suddenly a different life, but it will be easier. The energies will be easy, will better, just better months because of the formation of this B-sextile. Venus indeed until mid April won't be visible, but still we'll be having Jupiter in Aquarius, so much more. You see, now as we speak, we do have already Jupiter and Saturn visible, which is some sort of relief, even though Saturn is malefic planet, but at least there is some movement, at least some clarity is coming out. Yes, this is the most important thing. Then also 14th of March was the first appearance of the lunar crescent, which is forming the Babylonian New Year. This is the beginning. This is the first lunar month of the year. So even now, people can look at the sky, make their wish, because these are very important for starting new beginnings. Not really very financial, because Venus is not giving the financial blessing, but at least project or something that is personally important for you. Something that you want to start for yourself privately, or make a wish, or close one page, open another. This is very benevolent time, and this is a very important time of the year.
So that's
so this is also for the month.
That energy will be present till the next new moon in April.
This energy, if we look at the lunar calendars, it is a bit different. But let's say until mid-April for sure, we will have this first lunar month of the year. But due to the fact that on the 11th, we have Jupiter moving into Aquarius, where he will be until September, very long, very good. This month until September will be much better. 25th of September, by the way. And then after that, after him, Venus becomes visible in Aries. For people who have Aries ascendant, I think 20th something April, this will be blessing. Aries midheaven, Aries descendant, which would say Libra ascendant. I see this as something very benevolent. It will bring them immediately something good. this will be very important.
Oh, maybe
Very good.
news because
Much better.
also me, Krasi, and Zorina, we're planning for you. We're in the process of creating it, a learning treks walks in Bulgaria this summer in August on a very sacred holiday for about a week. Anyone who is interested, I'm gonna put the link for the website below. We still don't have the exact days, but if you want to join us, it will be very sacred journeys through sacred places with healers, with shamans, with lectures on astrology, on self-growth, and they'll be mostly in nature, and we'll be visiting ancient sacred places, and we'll be there for the meeting of for the first rise of Sirius on the sacred mountain Rila, the seven Rila lakes, where there will be a festival, a spiritual festival of the so-called White Brotherhood. It's nothing racial, but 5,000 people from around the world gather, and they dance a beautiful spiritual dance. And hopefully you can join us for that trip. If we make a big enough group, we are all going to be there. Me, Krasi, and Zorina will learn, and it will be 3 hours of lectures every day and lots of trekking and walking to sacred places. We have lecturers and shamans there, high-level ones that also can perform rituals for us. It will be fascinating. So let's hope we can make this happen. So, but yeah.
Yes, what I also wanted to add to this, that now when everyone speaks about awakening, we're not sure what is the definition of awakening. How far are you in your awakening? You don't know. And I just realized by watching amazing knowledge that actually the real awakening is to find who you actually are. We cannot yet define. We cannot say, we think we are awakened, we think we are spiritual, but we cannot say who we are. So the idea of this, what you just said, is also that we find who we are, because these sacred places are ancient portals. Mm-hmm. So this will be our way also to connect to our higher selves. These are really true ancient portals, and I want to say that we were inspired to organize this first because you had an event, but also because last summer me and Zorina visited some of these places. It was such experience that we still, when we talk on the phone, and we are talking all the time on the phone, we still repeat and we are sharing memories from these amazing awakening events. Amazing.
Yeah, I remember you.
So we'll be showing you some of these places.
Yeah. Oh, I remember you felt like you were flying. You were so excited all the time. You were calling me and saying, "You can't believe we met this healer. Oh my God, we met this old granny who does magic. Oh my God, we went to this place and I could feel waves to me." So that would be fascinating. I hope we can all join together there this summer. Hopefully, with Jupiter being in a better position this summer.
Yes.
So yeah, Krasi, you can proceed with the 12 signs.
We will be. I have no doubt. We have to create our opportunities. Yes. Yes. Let's proceed. Okay. Just we will be, as usual. We're looking at the ascendant from Sidereal, but also tropical. Excuse me. Something is. Tropical perspective, which would say that I will say which is the sidereal ascendant or moon sign, and after that I will mention which is the tropical for those of you who are following the modern tropical astrology. So of course we start with sidereal Aries, which will be modern Taurus. Or if you do not know at what time you're born, and if you do not know which your ascendant is, then just use the moon sign. It is also helpful. So yes, we're looking at sidereal Aries, and what is happening for you in the month of April. Actually, in April until mid-April, you will be having your ascendant ruler in your second house. Well, fallen indeed, because Aries ascendant Mars in Taurus is a bit falling, can get a bit too emotional or a little bit disorganized or disharmonious. And your attention will be a lot on finances and money and maybe family roots, family members. But after mid of April, your ascendant ruler moves into Gemini, which is better because then you will be more concentrated into knowledge, studies, communication, maybe trade. Also, from mid April, Jupiter moves for you in Aquarius, where this will be very benevolent for your finances. You will have financial easiness. You will have also, in terms of connections, people, your social circle. Oh, this will look better. Also, your communication with children. And then also in April, in the second half of April, Venus becomes visible on your ascendant. This is a true blessing. Watch around this period. I'm not saying exactly the date. I will explain you why. Because, for example, for me, for my area, Venus becomes visible on the 24th, 25th of April. For the States, this is around 18, 19. So after the 18, orient yourself to welcome Venus as an evening star. This will be the true blessing, Venus as an evening star. I forgot to mention in the beginning that when Venus is an evening star, she's more feminine. She's more about art. She's more about she's more about this very fine, delicate energies, which indeed are artistic. But because she rises in Aries, this will have a little bit different face, but still this will be a blessing for people who have ascendant Aries, for their love life, for just a good event will take place in their lives. And yeah, Saturn will be, in the meantime, Saturn remains on your 10th house to still be working on the changes in your profession, reorganization of your work, maybe make you think about different occupation. All this will also be taking place. Now, important thing to tell you, which I didn't say in the beginning, because actually the connection was not perfect and I was a little bit distracted, is that Venus, whether this month in general is appropriate for new beginnings of financial character or not really very much. Yes, for people with ascendant Aries, to a large degree, yes, because initiatives, but in general, I would rather wait in May for important financial activities, because then in May, Venus will be very powerful in Taurus. So let's see now people with ascendant Taurus, or this will be if sidereal Taurus, or this will be tropical or modern astrological Gemini. So what is happening? You have, first of all, for you, I believe, especially until mid-April, you may feel a little bit more tension. You may go through certain disharmonies also family-wise, at home, with your partner. And this is because Mars will be with the lunar node Rahu. This is creating changes and disharmonies indeed. So indeed, remain very, very connected with yourself, very balanced. This is important. Then Venus will become visible in after the second part of April. Venus will become visible in your 12th house, and she's your ascendant ruler. This is very important. In your 12th house, Venus will play this very beautiful role of working on your awakening, your consciousness, your desires to help others, to do empathy, to well, she will give you opportunities to win battles over enemies, let's say, or she will help you solve health issues if you had such. She will give you the tools. She will be blessing. She will be helpful. Of course, in May you will have better period, because then Venus will be with the first lunar appearance on your ascendant, and this will be very, very benevolent for you. Another good, interesting thing is that on 11th of April, Jupiter enters your 10th house. This will bring peace in your work, career-wise. This will be very helpful. This will be benevolent when it comes to your communication with superiors. So this will be really something very, very good. And yes, Saturn remains on your 9th house to teach you, to give you knowledge, to show you this reality, this matrix, to show you the truth. And yes, this month for you may not be very, very appropriate for new beginnings, but you will see how better the next month will be. And now we're looking at ascendant sidereal, Gemini or moon in Gemini, or if we are following the modern tropical astrology, this will be ascendant Cancer. Gemini, for you, Mercury, well, you will be, your ascendant ruler in the whole month of April will be over your 10th house. Actually, at one point he's entering a specific area of phase, which may bring you some interesting events related to your work, like some movement or some new projects. Just you will have movement in your career. Another thing is that in mid April, I explained you, I'm not giving the exact date because this appearance of Venus may vary a little bit with some days, but count from 18th of April on. So as of 18th of April, expect Venus to become visible and to bring blessing on your 11th house, which are your finances, your social circle, communication with with children, but it can be very good blessing in relation to your finances. Jupiter on the 11th of April enters your 9th house. This is again very good. Training your ascendant, giving you very good feeling, giving you knowledge, helping you to improve communication with the people abroad, or even improving relationship with father figure. So in this sense, this may be very good for you. Well, yes, this is the most important, I think, for the month of April. And now we're looking at people who have ascendant sidereal, Cancer, or moon in Cancer, or if you're following the modern tropical astrology, this will be ascendant Leo or moon in Leo. Now for you, the first appearance of Venus, which will happen after the 18th of April, will happen on your 10th house. This is very good. Even though Venus is fallen in Aries, still her first appearance is always a blessing. And this will be a blessing for your career, for your work. This can give you opportunity, can bring peace into your work. I am sure that as we speak, you're going through transformation related to maybe agreements. Maybe you're seeing some challenges in your private, in your romantic life. This is possible because Saturn is in your 7th house, and Jupiter and Saturn conjunction also took place on your 7th house of your relationships. But this appearance of Venus will be also blessing. This will be benevolent. So I do believe that with your consciousness, with your spirituality, finding balance will help you very much also to find balance in your romantic life, because could be that Saturn on your 7th house is giving you some possible lessons there. So you may need to be very loving, very spiritual, very intuitive, even diplomatic with your partner, but also with partners in general. And then also, what I wanted to say, yes, also Venus right now, as we speak, until in the beginning of the month of April, will be very helpful and will support your spirituality, growing, awakening, consciousness, and also knowledge, because she is invisible, but still very knowledgeable, very delicate, on your 9th house of knowledge. So in this way, if you have an open mind, if you're open to perceive these energies, I'm sure that this can be a very benevolent month for knowledge, for knowing, especially if you're searching for knowledge, and for yes, for your consciousness, for your awakening, for finding yourself. So yes, apart from the fact that you may need to be very diplomatic and loving at home, I think that Venus will bring you blessing at work, and will help your career, and will bring peace there. And now we're looking at people who have sidereal ascendant Leo or moon in Leo, or this will be the tropical Virgo. So what is happening is that you have your ascendant ruler for the month of April will go from Pisces through Aries, and for you this will be very interesting 1 month of this searching, researching the truth, researching the occult, and then of course It will be once the sun enters Aries in the month of April. It will be about communication, people abroad, true blessing of your consciousness, awakening, blessing also in terms of having very good, healthy energies, feeling very well, very, very energetic. Then also Venus around 18th of April will become visible on your ninth house, where this is very good for you because she'll be training the ascendant. She will help your business, your work with people abroad, your communication with people abroad, and she will support your studies. So she will be really very, very benevolent for you. The most interesting actually thing is that Jupiter on the 11th of April is entering your 7th house. Again, blessing for agreements, blessing for your family and for your romantic life, for your partnership. So actually the month will be very, very good for you. Yes, apart from the fact that Mars in the first part of April will still be fallen on your 10th house, and you may need to be a little bit diplomatic and careful with superiors, but Venus will be helping, Jupiter will be helping. So actually I see the month more positive than negative for you. And then we'll be looking at people who have sidereal ascendant Virgo or moon in Virgo, or this will be tropical Libra. So what is happening for you in the month of April? Your ascendant ruler is on your 7th house. This is a bit disharmonious, but Mercury is benevolent planet. He can actually help you to improve communication with partners, also with your romantic partner. Venus also invisible and very delicate is on your 7th house. She can help you if you're open to these energies, to the delicate presence of the invisible Venus. Actually, you can benefit from these energies and even very delicately improve your relationship with your partner or with partners in general. Jupiter on 11th of April will enter your 6th house. There he will bring blessing on your routine. He will be helping you. He will be making your routine, everyday environment more benevolent, more harmonious, just easier, nicer. He will also help you solve health matters if you have such. He will help you win over enemies. So this is one thing. Then after mid-April, Mars comes on your 10th house, which would say that you need to watch out for disharmonies at work. Yes, Jupiter will be helping and will make your routine life and your everyday job environment indeed harmonious and easier, but also watch out after the second half of April with superiors in particular. Be very diplomatic, very, very intuitive, just with really open senses to avoid any possible conflicts and disharmonies at work. And yes, and then let's look at people who have ascendant Libra or moon in Libra, sidereal, or if you're following the modern tropical astrology, this will be Scorpio. So your ascendant ruler Venus is now invisible and will become visible on the 28th of April, on the 18th of April, excuse me, on your 7th house. Actually, like I said, around this date, because for different parts of the world, there will be some differences, but not really big differences. So you have the beautiful blessing of Venus to become visible in April for the first time on your 7th house. This will be blessing for your partner, for partnerships in general. This will be very good. Also, what I find to be very benevolent will be that Jupiter on 11th of April will enter your 5th house, Aquarius. 5th house, Aquarius, will be good for your incomes. This will support any artistic activities that you like to perform. This will be good for your games. This will be good for your communication with children. Still, let's not forget that in the meantime, Saturn is on your 4th house, so you need to be, maybe you're, during this large period of Saturn, who will be on your 4th house, this period is very long because it is from January to until the beginning of 2023. So this is a long period where you're either thinking of relocation, or you're relocating, or you're rearranging your home. But still, Saturn is there, and he is squaring your ascendant, your descendant. So you also need all the time to be very diplomatic and very caring and very loving with your partner, because of what I told you. Venus will be helpful when she becomes visible on your 7th house, but still don't forget that the presence of Saturn is quite long and quite powerful as well. So also in April, Mars enters your 9th house. He will give you this drive to know, to search for knowledge. This I see as benevolent trine to your ascendant, which will be giving you also very good potentials and energies to study, to learn, to communicate with people abroad, maybe to travel as well. And now let's see people who have ascendant Scorpio, Sidereal, or Moon in Scorpio, or if you're following the modern tropical astrology, this will be Sagittarius. So your ascendant ruler right now as we speak until mid-April is on your 7th house. Maybe this is disharmonious for you. Maybe you feel disharmonious at home. Maybe you have also some issues with partnerships or with agreement. Well, this will not last so long, because soon Mars will leave your descendant and he will enter your 8th house. But still, this is your ascendant ruler. So whatever he is, this is important for you. So yes, be very loving, very patient with partner. So that you really maintain the balance, and so that you really have harmony and peace at home. You will be having the great help of Jupiter, who on the 11th of April enters your 4th house. He will be really immediately giving blessing to your home. He will help you if you have any disagreements or issues with partnerships. He will be helpful. 2. In the meantime, Venus will become visible on your 6th house after 18th of April. 6th house, she will give you good health. She will help you improve your health. She will also help you solve issues like disagreements or conflicts. She will help you to restore the peaceful routine environment at work, or just your everyday environment. So this is also very important for you. In the meantime, Saturn is on your 3rd house, where he is very long until the beginning of 2023, where he will still be teaching you. He will be showing you the truth of this reality. He will be showing you maybe different philosophies, knowledge. He will be helping you to find who you are, to learn. It will be a long but very beautiful process. And now we'll be looking at, and yes, be responsible for your health indeed. And also after the second part of April, you may experience some lack of energy. So be very responsible. Make sure that you're maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and even just stay away from conflicts. This is because of the presence of Jupiter on your descendant, and after the Mars, and after that on your 8th house. And now we're looking at people who have ascendant Sidereal Sagittarius, or Moon in Sagittarius, or if we're following the modern tropical astrology, this will be Capricorn. Now your ascendant ruler is still on your 2nd house, still to maintain this very powerful, great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn that the whole world was talking about. You're still under these influences, which is very, very logical. Jupiter and Saturn conjunction in your 7th house. This is probably giving you financial changes, makes money very important, and teaches you also the lesson of money, because this is also lesson of energies. But on the 11th of April, Jupiter is entering your 3rd house. This is good. This is very benevolent. Jupiter is stronger in Aquarius in your 3rd house. From there, he will create harmonious aspect to your ascendant, to your personality, to the house of life, and also harmonious aspect to the 7th house, which is also your descendant, your partnerships, your private partnership, but also your agreements with people. So this is also very benevolent. Venus will become visible in your 5th house. Very good for communication with children, for your children in general, for creative knowledge, for artistic activities, for talents. You may have the muse to create something beautiful. Also very good for the gains. After middle of April, Mars enters Gemini. This is your 7th house, which would say that you need to be cautious with your partner, with partnerships, not to trust so much. Be careful. Be very diplomatic, loving, caring, careful with your private romantic, in your private romantic life, because Mars can bring certain disharmonies while he will be on your descendant. Other than that, actually, you will be very well with Jupiter on your 3rd house, and he will be there for quite long, until 25th of September, as far as I remember. And then let's see people who have ascendant Capricorn, Sidereal, or moon in Capricorn. Or if you're following the modern tropical astrology, this will be Aquarius. So yes, Saturn is there in his own kingdom, which is your ascendant. So obviously, since beginning of 2020, you are going through serious transformations of your ideas, maybe activities, just many, almost every area of your life is being touched by Saturn. This I believe. Also, the great conjunction took place on your ascendant. So actually, the biggest changes now in our world are taking place for people who have ascendant Capricorn. I'm sure they are good, even though you may experience some hardship, or you may feel that these energies are too hard. Actually, the result that you reach will be really, truly amazing, and you will be really blessed, because Saturn is really very, very powerful, and actually benevolent as much as he can be in Capricorn. So there will be a change for you, because on the 11th of April, Jupiter is entering your 2nd house, Aquarius, where he is actually stronger. And there he will help you, most probably financially. He may also be helpful when it comes to relationship with family tree, with family members. He can be very helpful in this regard. Also, he can be somehow helpful for the health of your partner, let's say. So he will have a very benevolent role. The appearance of Venus is taking place on your 4th house, where is your home. This can be blessing for the home. It will be very good. And Mars will enter in April, after mid-April, your 6th house, which would say that you may need to be very responsible for your health, careful on just don't get involved into any risky or conflicting situations of any kind, of any nature, and be responsible for your health. So this is for people who have ascendant Capricorn. Other than that, you will see after Saturn leaves Capricorn, which will be in 2023, you will be other person. You will be on such level of your consciousness. You will be very well, and you'll be very thankful to what is happening to you now. And now we're looking at people who have ascendant Aquarius or moon in Aquarius, or if you're following the modern tropical astrology, this will be Pisces. Now, for you, your ascendant ruler, Saturn, is on your 12th house. This is nothing new. This will continue until 2023, January. And there actually, he's giving you amazing lessons. He can make you choose solitude in order to visit temples or find yourself, or finding who you are. He can help you solve health issues, but he can also provoke some health issues of chronic nature, which he will be giving you also the tools to solve. So this is not that bad, because this can be very, very helpful and give you really health solutions. Then Jupiter, after 11th of April, will enter your ascendant, where he'll be very long until 25th of September. This is very good for you. You feel blessed, you feel very strong, you feel like you feel very well, and this will be also helping you you will be in a way in a winning position. If this will be true blessing and luck to have Jupiter for for this period of time on your ascendant. And then Venus becomes visible on your third house after 18th of approximately after 18th of April. Very good again for your commerce, let's say, for communication with people, for teaching, for studying, for sharing your knowledge with others, for any knowledge-based project. This could be really wonderful. For improving relationship and communication with brothers and sisters, also wonderful. Just until mid of April, be a bit responsible for, well, when you communicate with people at home, parents, also be careful how you communicate with the superiors. This is also very important. And yes, be responsible for your health, but you can overcome any health matter with knowledge, vibrating high. And Venus and Jupiter will be giving you the great blessing on your ascendant. This is a true blessing. And now we're looking at the last ascendant, which is ascendant Pisces, or Sidereal or moon in Pisces, or for people who are following the modern tropical astrology, this will be Aries. Now, Venus, as we speak, until mid of April, will be on your ascendant, invisible. But even invisible, she's very strong. She just represents another principle. She is still the invisible Venus. She is the ruler of the netherworld, Reshkigal, which is bringing us knowledge and justice. Especially if we know to distinguish between the bad and good, if we know what moral values are. So she can be very benevolent. She can teach you a lot. She can give you true blessing too while on your ascendant. Then, after 18th of April, Venus becomes visible on your second house. This will be good for your finances without any doubt. Just be a bit responsible for how you communicate with brothers and sisters. Be diplomatic in any, especially until mid of April. Be careful how you communicate in general, so that you're not accused of saying something that others didn't understand. So this is important. Also, yes, Jupiter is entering your 12th house, and he's ruling the 10th. He's entering your 12th house on the 11th of April. Actually, he can help you in relation to health a lot. He can give you true blessing, or he can help you solve issues with enemies, winning over them. So this is how I see the 12 ascendants, ladies and gentlemen, for the month of April. As you can see, it is more benevolent than March. So these are new energies which will be relief in a way for us. Wada.
Thank you so much, Krasi. That's encouraging. We need that collectively. I love my reading as well for Capricorn or Aquarius.
Yes.
Way. Thank you, and we'll see you again soon. I just want to say, when we're ready with all the details about the retreat, you can still check it if you find it interesting. But we'll come back again and see if we can make a nice group and have adventures and fun in Bulgaria, in the mystical land of Orpheus, the mystical land of Dionysius and all the ancient gods. Thank you so much, Krasi. Have a great April. Happy New Year.
Pleasure.
Astrological New Year. And may we all be blessed.
Yes.